Hello. So it's going to be a big weekend in Goa this Saturday, Sunday, tomorrow, and the day after because we are having the New Earth Summit, the fifth edition of the New Earth Summit, India's first integrative summit on solutions to our problems in health, food, farming, and environment. Also, local circular economy. That's very important, especially at this time of the pandemic, the end of the pandemic, or we are trying to end all of that nonsense, right? Uh, so why is it so important this time is because for the last 3 4 years we have been presenting all the solutions in these different areas from domain experts. And those of you who have been part of our process, you'll know that all these videos and the learnings on personal healthcare, how to correct, purify your water systems, the garbage problem, natural homes, healthy food, environmental solutions are all there on our website, thenewearthsummit.com, since the last 4 years. And this year we are taking the work onto the ground. So earlier there were domain experts who were presenting, and many of you have seen the videos, implemented these solutions in your own lives and your localities. But now the work needs to get more concrete and in a bigger way. So we are forming committees, 21 committees in every state in India. And 17 of these committees will be having panel discussions at the summit this year in Goa. It's a physical event. It's not online, sorry, it's not a hybrid mode. Um, and the committees, as you all will see, are on our website. For example, the Integrative Medicine and Health Committee. Then the next is the Food and Farming. Third is the Town Planning Committee, which you will understand from our discussions. And even if you watch our video, Making New Earth, on our website, it's also on our other website, earthkeepersconnect.org. If you watch that video, you will understand that town and country planning departments across the world are the departments that have created most of our problems, whether it's in health, whether it's rich and poor, whether it is ecological disaster. Okay, now these are not set up by good people. They have been happening over the last 200 years, mainly set up by capitalists, hand in glove with corrupt politicians. Okay, that's why none of the solutions ever work, because this is very important. You can, if you are in the system, you can never get a problem, fix for a problem that is made by the system, because the system exists to protect itself. Okay, and if you have to get any real solutions in life or for the environment or your society, you have to do things that really work in a free way. And that is why we are forming these committees. Committees are comprised of domain experts, that is, people who have been doing this work in your state for the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and you trust them. So, in our entire network, there's a process of how you can vote these people into your committees in your state. So, if you watch our video Making New Earth, you will understand the whole process, how to join your groups in Telegram, WhatsApp, how to interact daily with people, and benefit from all of the sciences and sharing that people do. Um, so, where is so 17 committees will be presenting this time. Besides this, the Natural Homes and Architecture Committee, then the Oceans, Coast and Marine Life panel discussion, waste management, another discussion, water conservation and water management. That's where rainwater harvesting and treating your gray and black water system, so that it can finally not go to waste and not go into the water aquifer down and contaminate your well water, but it can be recycled and become very nutritious for water for your plants and your gardens. Uh, then, of course, we also have the holistic education panel discussion connected with that committee, youth welfare committee, senior citizens welfare committee, the animals welfare committee, okay, roads and transport. So these are all the portfolios of work Now, why do we have to form committees? Very simple. Government do have their departments and all of their work. They do have committees. NGOs also do have their committees. So what's the difference between the committees that we are making in our network, Earthkeepers Connect, that anybody can, enter? We are an organization that's a people's organization. We're not owned by any company or any person. Okay, so that's the great advantage. And the first reason is that we are taking this up because it's a fact, isn't it? That though all of these organizations exist, and even the government departments, you still have daily problems in all of these areas, in every village, every city, every state, and every country on this planet. So now what are you supposed to do? Wait for the end of time and suffer all of this? Obviously not, right? So we are all people. So we're getting people to talk about their problems, ask for solutions, nominate committee members in their state in these different committees, people who they trust, who have already delivered the solutions. Okay, this is not some election campaign when you have what I call bull bachchans. हम ये करेंगे, हम वो करेंगे, इस 5 साल में ये करेंगे। अरे तुमने क्या किया है अब तक लाइफ में जो अच्छा है, वो पहला वो उसको बोलने का जरूरत भी नहीं है. You don't have to say in your state what you have done. If you have done anything good, the public already knows it. Okay, there's no need of this stupid election campaigns and all that these corrupt politicians do. So that is also part of this entire movement. When you come to the summit in Goa, you will understand Sansad Andolan movement across India. It's also called the partyless politics movement in India, where most people don't know in this country that our Indian constitution, made by we the people, does not state anywhere that political parties have to be made. It only states that people have to nominate their people for various constituencies in their state to sit in the assembly. So this is just something like independent candidates. Okay. So no party politics, horse trading, one party fighting against the others, bribes and whatnot goes on. In India now, that's the end for all of that drama. Okay, so come to the summit and I will explain more things. I am one of the committee. Uh, so besides that, we are also collaborating with the Crime Free Bharat mission, which is launched and headed by Maithili Sharan Gupta ji. Many of you would have heard of his exceptional work as a police officer and as a ex-minister also. So we also collaborate with Awaken India movement, and some of you know that I am one of the national steering committee members in Awaken India movement right from the time that it started. And what we take from Awaken India movement is the tremendous amount of legal work and documentation to help protect our rights. And at the summit, I will be speaking on uh, how we can use certain already prepared documents by our lawyers in Awaken India movement for all of those of you who have suffered financial losses during these last 3 years of the pandemic because of loans. I'm also going to file for those claims through my lawyer, given by all of this paperwork by AIM, because I have lost tremendous amount of money. I was launching my new wellness center in Goa. It already started in 2020 Jan, over 4.5 acres property, wellness center, education center, organic farm, organic market. It was also going to be like a mini university to set up other centers. And because of this pandemic nonsense, I had to shut it down in mid of April. So besides that, I will also speak, if not in detail at the summit, but after that, uh, and give people the documentation from our lawyers. For all of those of you who have suffered from vaccine damage, or if any of your family members or friends died because of these vaccines, then there is a case to be filed through your own lawyer. And it's not going to, cost you anything much, because the lawyers will just take part of the compensation that is given to you. So this is what needs to happen. People who have been killed literally by these poisonous vaccines, they need to be compensated. I know two, three friends of mine, women who had small children and their husbands died, and now they're having such a difficult time in their life. They don't deserve this, and they need to be compensated. So please, yeah, understand that this movement, we are collaborating with all the right people in this country. Because we all have the same right ethics. Earthkeepers Connect, publicly on our New Earth Summit website. We've been doing this work since 2019, serving the people of this country with the right solutions. And people across the world also have seen all of our work and taken what is good. And we're not a new organization. We have been working at this, since 2011, since the launch of my book, Become Healthy or Extinct, right? To teaching people mind, body, spirit medicine, how to reverse chronic illnesses. So, yes, please, if you're not in Goa, please forward this video to all of your friends who live in Goa. This is a very important weekend, very serious work, and also a lot of fun. Because if you look at our website, thenewearthsummit.com, you'll get this full invite. We're having it the Earthkeepers Market. So, an organic market where you're going to get amazing fresh foods. Yeah, about a dozen things from my own farm. We're going to harvest tomorrow morning, salads and beans and palaks and whatnot. And others will also be there selling fresh fruits, vegetables, beans, seeds, roots, seed exchanges, or organic heirloom seeds. That's also going to happen. And besides that, healthy body products, healthy food, healthy home cleaners, everything that's natural for your life. We have about 25 stalls at the event, very healthy food as well. So enjoy that. There's also the Dacia, that's the venue we're having it at. It's in Porvorim, North Goa. Entry is free to the event. Okay. Uh, for those who are coming from outstation, they've already come into Goa. They're staying at the venue, very reasonably priced. It's a retreat center, also. And yeah, we are having Tanushri, who's managing the farm at Dacia. She's doing a workshop on how to, the basics of gardening, growing your own food. So right from the time of seed selection to preparation of your compost and, replanting your saplings, and also how to, maintain your garden, the support systems, finally how to harvest, and finally how to compost excess things. So those workshops are going to happen at 4 p.m. On both days, so part one and part two. So for that you have to register. It's a very reasonably priced workshop. It is 200 rupees per day. Okay, so within 500 bucks, you are going to learn actually how to do proper, how to grow your own food. And yeah, besides that, it's yeah, the discussions we are going to have. So even if you are not an expert, of course, all of our solutions, this is very important, right? What's the difference between the committees that we are setting up and the existing committees? Anybody who has watched our video, Making New Earth, over there you will understand how systematically, it's a 2.5 hour video, and it's an open project. That means we are now in our second edition of the video. First edition we had put out 9 months back. We send it out to people asking for their feedback, if certain things we have missed, if they have certain questions, some more details have to be given, and they gave us feedback, and we did a second edition. Now second edition has done 3 months. Okay, and we're just waiting for this summit to get over and more inputs coming from all these experts and from you, the people, and that we will also add into the video. The video talks about what has happened in the last 200 years, how these capitalists and big money people, how they structured our entire cities, which I call the control matrices that have been built since the last 200 years. And by, we are living in it, and we actually don't have freedom. Watch the video and you will understand that we only do what the system allows us to do. Okay, and so we have to, structure into a more system where we can have our own water security, healthy food security, health security, local jobs and services, and money must circulate amongst the people in their locality. So that is the main feature of movement. It's part of the solution. And the next part of the solution is that, ironic but true, that this entire solution that we are talking of has can only be done by the people, ordinary people, and their those people who they choose to be their domain experts sitting in their committees for their state. Okay, no government can solve any of this problem, and no government machinery, because they are part of the problem. Okay, so a lot of amazing learnings, and the solutions are so simple. It's just two part, which we will explain in our video. I'll also talk of it about it in the summit. All that a person has to do is everybody's work from morning to night. You just have to do a personal audit on your consumption. Even your toothbrush, there are three questions to ask about it: the mirror in front of you, your kitchenware, the fridge that is next to you, your the job that you work in, okay, the car that you drive. Just three questions you ask, and you will get the answers after watching our video, Making New Earth. And you will realize where you're being part of the problem, where you have also participated in making yourself a slave, and why you cannot break out of this. And these questions will give you the solution. So, one is personal work. Okay, you don't have to go out of your house, you don't have to pay anybody any money. Okay, this is a very deep, intelligent system. And the next is sitting in your house, you just go and make a list, right? If you know anybody who's good in your state and holistic education, be in our online groups and just propose their name. That's all. If you know somebody in health, propose their name. Somebody in organic farming. Okay, so it's again, we the people have to build our own system. The Constitution of India gives us this full right. Okay, and through the Crime Free Bharat mission, we are going to knock off all the corruption in the entire system. So, yeah, this is a very comprehensive movement. If you're in Goa, please come. Otherwise, send this video to your friends in Goa. And this model is for every state across this country. Okay, so come here, learn, or see all of us online. All the panel discussions will be recorded, like always. Since the last 5 years, everything we do is recorded, put on our website for free, so that people can learn and people can participate in this people's movement. Yeah, so looking forward to seeing you at the summit. If you want to be a panelist, it's not too late. We still have some panelist slots, so you can definitely give me a call directly because time is short. My number is 9821758877. And yes, hope to see you all at the summit. We're going to have an amazing time, and take this movement forward. Okay, thank you. God bless. And after the summit, see you online. Okay.